Hello everyone. I hope you all watched my Math Phobia part 1. Here comes the part 2. In this, we are going to see how to overcome the math phobia and steps to get rid of math phobia and try to think positively to avoid math phobia. Okay, now let us go on to the session. Mathematics possesses supreme beauty when it is rightly viewed, and mathematics is not a phobia, it is a drug. Once you get addicted to it, you can't live without it. Now, let us discuss the how to overcome the math phobia. So, I have given 5 steps to overcome the math phobia. Firstly, we can see with face the fear. Okay, if you have fear in maths, try to face it. First, start with solving a simple problems and make it as level as simple level or a easy level. Next, slowly by picking the fastness, you can make a challenge to solve a big problem in a short duration of time with lots of fun. Second one is our keep practicing more. Okay, in primary level, students will make addition and subtraction very easily because they know the concept very well. But when it comes to a secondary level, the problems are also little bit big because their degree of standard is increasing. So they feel it's very hard, and they also will say max is the boring subject and I hate it. Some of the students' views is this only. So to overcome this, what we have to do means we have to take a problem and we have to practice several times to reach the minimum time and also the easy way how we can solve a problem. So by practicing more and more, we can able to develop our speed and also develop many problems in a short duration by solving it. Okay, next third one is our consult with your teachers or your classmates or your friends. Okay, that is, if you are taking a problem and you are trying it, and if you can't able to solve, you can ask your teacher whether how to solve it, or if you have fear to ask your teacher, then consult with your friends or your classmates to get a better understanding. Okay. Fourth one is yeah, search in Google or some other sites. Nowadays, our net resources are very much developed. We can take any number of problems from our net sources. Okay, so try to utilize it in a proper way and become more intelligent and more informative regarding your subjects. Okay. Finally, we come to our fifth one. Okay, this is our understanding the concepts. Okay, any students can solve any number of problems by using the above methods or using some formulas, tricks, etc. But a clear understanding of the core concept only makes everyone to think max is easier for them. That is, max subject is very easy. So we have to understand our subject, our concepts in a better way to solve any number of problems, whether it is easy or medium or difficult. So the understanding the concepts is the main part to overcome the math phobia. Okay. Math is considered as a logical and analytical thinking. So, think every problem in that aspect, that is, think logically, think visually, and try to answer the problem. Okay, next comes our how to get rid of math phobia using some steps. Okay, we have following 6 steps to get rid of math phobia. In that, first one is the acknowledging the phobia. That is, first we have to recognize whether we have math phobia or not. Okay, if we feel that we have phobia, then we can go to the second step. That is, the second step is our breathing exercise. So, in what way our breathing exercise will help? Breathing exercise will help us to reduce our stress and makes our mind very calm. Okay? So I have given the picture how to do a breathing exercise. Okay? Following that, you can able to keep your mind very calm and you can go to the step 3. That is your step 3 is your practice daily. So, we all know practice makes a man perfect. That is, if you practice more and more what you are able to do, that makes you a very perfect. Okay? Here we are dealing with math phobia. So, solving as many problems as you can. That is, you can solve n number of problems and that will make you a perfect man to solve any number of problems. That is the content we have kept in the third position. Okay, next fourth one is your asking questions. In our class, the student's responsibility is to ask many number of questions. So asking questions will rectify your doubts and widen your knowledge. Okay, so this what we have kept as asking questions. You can either ask questions to your teachers or ask questions with your group members or your friends to rectify your doubts and improve your knowledge, right? Next is your seeking a private maths tutor. So, if you fear to ask questions in your school with your teachers, then you can either go to a private tuition center or your nearby tuition teacher to rectify your doubts, to clear your doubts and improve your level of mathematics. Okay, this is also one of the good way. If you have fear to ask among 100 members, you can go to a private tutor and rectify your doubts. Okay, next finally what comes means doing your math problems while comparing with your real life, that is math in real life. Okay, when a teacher takes a particular topic in a class, you just recall it and compare it with your real life applications to solve it or to understand it. For example, I'll take pizza. Most of you like pizza, right? So, when a pizza comes, it comes in a square box, and when we open it, it is in a circle, and when we divide it, and it comes as a triangle. So, here a child can learn a square, a circle and a triangle. The basic shapes of mathematics she can learn. So, by this comparison, she can able to understand the shapes, right? And in that also we can able to learn the fractions. Okay, if there are 6 parts in that, if we take a one part and it becomes 5, so we can write it as 5 by 6, 5 part 6, right? So by this comparison a child can able to understand the concept easily and execute it when it comes to a problem. Okay, this what I mean to say in a math in real life. Okay, so, finally, we come to the last topic, try positively thinking. And this topic has in two ways. First, try positive thinking with the views of the students. And next comes the negative words by the parents. Okay, so first we can see how we can think positive. So, firstly, what I am missing. You have to recognize what I am missing, whether I have missed anything or not in my learning. Next, second comes is the I am on a right track. If you are following any rules, you have to check whether I am right or wrong. Next, third one is that I can always improve so that I can keep trying. Okay, that is whether you're improving or we have to improve more by keep trying or not. Fourth one is your whether I am training my brain. Okay. Fifth one is your mistakes help me learn better. Whether I am committing any mistakes and that mistakes will help me to learn better or not. Okay. These are the 5 points. In the student's view, they have to think positively. Next comes to our parents. Parents are considered as the role model for every child. Okay, whatever parents do, the child will follow them. Okay, whether it is right or not, they will follow up to a certain age. So try to avoid some of these statements what I have given here. Math is hard, there are no math people in a family, it was never go at math, you will never use any of that math in real life, girls can't do math, it's okay if you find math hard, in ever I liked it myself, math made my heart burn. These are some of the statements you should not tell to your child. Okay, maths plays a vital role in all the fields. Without maths there is no field. Okay, and maths is all about trial and error process only. So try to solve as many problems in various methods to arrive answer. Do math with a fun, with a game. Okay, if you see a formula, try to derive it, don't memorize it. Okay, these are the things what I come to say in our math phobia. If you follow this, a child can never get a fear about mathematics, right? I hope it is very helpful for students, for parents, and all who are watching my video. Okay, if you want any inputs from me regarding maths, you can feel free to comment in my comment box or else you can mail to me. Thank you. Bye.